Hi everyone. I hope you are doing great today, and I'm excited. This is this is my new show for 2020. What I've been wanting to do for the longest time is really do a show to highlight Mount Laurel and just talk about you know Mount Laurel and why I love Mount Laurel. And let me first let you guys know if you are a small business or you are an entrepreneur and you have a website and you live in Mount Laurel and work around Mount Laurel, and you'd like to be mentioned on this show, let me know. Okay, you can text me your website or you could just put in the comment section your website. Okay, you can definitely text me. You want to connect with me, have a question, just text me right below. Okay, but my idea with this particular show is to let people know what's going on in Mount Laurel. I have an Instagram page called I Love Mount Laurel, and we have businesses there. I've been to several businesses in Mount Laurel. I've went there. I've videotaped the owners. They've shared their passion, and it's been very, very exciting. So I decided this year, 2020, part of my vision was to really connect in a deeper way with Mount Laurel and share what I love about Mount Laurel, the people, the businesses and the community leaders and the activities, the events that are going on in Mount Laurel. So what I want to do is just let you guys know, first of all, just share with you why this show, why did I decided to do this show. It's simply because I just love Mount Laurel, and it's probably gonna get pretty corny about it. Now, like every other town and city, everywhere you go, there's always going to be great things about those towns and cities, or and bad things and things that maybe can be changed. There's no place that's perfect. Grass is never or always greener on the other side, but it really isn't. It's green everywhere. And so I decided to do this show because had a great experience in Mount Laurel. Now, let me back up a little bit and tell you how my wife Renee Chambers Liciaga, how she and I decided to come to Mount Laurel and make Mount Laurel our home. Her and I, we were performing artists. We were performing artists for a long time. Renee and I met in 1986 at Hershey Park. I was one of the dancers in one of the dance shows, and she was in the rock and roll show, one of the singer dancers there. And her apartment was just above my apartment, and we met and we started dating. We fell in love. I proposed to her. She said yes, and that was over 30 years ago. And we just celebrated, I think, our 31 anniversary this past November. But we traveled around the world as performing artists. We were doing Andrew Lloyd Webber shows, West Side Stories. We were all over the United States doing tours. We were both performing artists in musical theater. We went into Europe. We lived in Europe for probably about total 6 years. We've been to Japan. Renee was out in Japan doing Disney, Tokyo Disney in Japan for 8 months. I went out there and stayed there for about a month. And then we were all over Canada. We've been everywhere. We've lived everywhere for a while. And when we decided to start a family, which was about 20 years ago, we said, where do we want to raise our family? Now, we knew we did not want to travel around the world. A lot of our friends started families, had children, and they were touring and living in different parts of the world, and they were touring a lot, and we saw the challenges of that, and we said that we did not want to do that. So we thought about maybe living in Europe. And then we decided that, you know what, we want to be around family. So we thought about Philadelphia, and simply because it was like a city, and I grew up in the city. I love the city life. So we moved to Philadelphia, realized that Philadelphia wasn't the right place for us. We went up to New York City, lived on 46th Street on Restaurant Row, lived there for a little bit, and realized, you know what, a city life, we love the city life, but we don't want to raise children there. So we thought, well, you know what, let's go close to family. And I figured that my family lived in New York. I didn't want to go to New York. So Renee's family from South Jersey. So we decided to come down here to South Jersey. And in 1999, that's when we came in and we got a condo. We eventually bought the condo. And then from the condo, when we realized we were having our first baby, Alexandra, who's now 19 years old, we decided to, then we had our son, Christian, who just had his birthday yesterday, we decided to purchase a home. So we sold our condo and then we bought a home and we live here in Birchfield. And it's just been incredible. We loved it. And let me tell you some of the reasons why I love what I love most about Mount Laurel. First of all, it's a community. I love the schools. First, schools, the community, people in this community we found were very friendly and open. And it was just really great experiences with all the people, and especially when our kids started going to school. When our kids went into school, we loved the teachers, we loved the administration, and some of the teachers that, Principal Bolar, some of the other principals. Principal Bolar was another one. So these are just great schools. And now, of course, they had its challenges. Our kids had their challenges with the bullies, but of course, we helped them with that. The schools are great. So we just love living in Mount Laurel and the community. I remember one time when the community had to come together through tough times back in 2008. I remember when there was some issues with, of course, with the budget, because 2008, the recession, and everyone got hit hard. I remember our community came together. We're looking at ways to cut costs, and one way they were going to cut costs by lessening the hours at the library, and among many other things that they cut in the budget. And one of the things they were thinking about doing was cutting firing or laying off some law enforcement, some people in like police officers. And I remember the whole community, my wife and I included, came together and just said that we did not want that to happen. And it's so amazing how the whole community came together, and the community leaders found a way to keep the police officers on, and it worked out, and we came through it. It was great. And I also remember when 9/11 happened, how the community came together and we worked together. So that was amazing. And so I love this community. I love what's gone on and what I've experienced here, and the people that I've met here. And one of the first people that I met when I came to Mount Laurel, aside from family, because family were already here, was the gentleman. I'm not going to say his name because I didn't get permission from him to say his name, but we rented our condo from him. And great guy. And he said that, hey, look, Peter and Renee, I'm going to sell this condo in about 2 years, but I want to give you guys first option. And he was true to his word. And we were in a position where we were able to purchase the condo. And so he was just incredible, incredible guy. And then, of course, during that time, in 1999, I met Michael Donato. And Renee and I, we were traveling around the world. That's how we made our money. And we didn't want to travel anymore. So I needed to find a way to earn a living, but stay in one spot. And Michael Donato had Dinoto Karate Center and offered me an opportunity to come in and say, hey, look, Peter, I want my school to grow. It's growing and I could use the help. And I was training with him for a little bit. So he saw that I had experience in martial arts, and that was pretty good. I was already a 3rd degree black belt in Taekwondo. So he brought me on and offered me an opportunity to work there full time. And I've been there since then. So it's been 20 years, just over 20 years. And so Michael and Erica Donato embraced me again, people that lived in Mount Laurel, and then the parents and students at DKC, at Dinoto Karate, the thousands of students and parents that I've met through Dinoto Karate. And it's just been incredible. And so Renee and I are deeply rooted in this community. And of course, Renee's family's been in this area for almost 200 years because she's part of the Still family, and they have history here. They're in the history books. So that's an incredible legacy that our children are connected to. And so I'm excited about that. So the best decision that Renee and I made was to move to Mount Laurel. And we're very committed to the community, so much so that we do what we can to really be part of the community and be community leaders. And my wife, she serves on several boards in Mount Laurel, and she loves working. She's at RCBC. She's in, I guess, on the planning board, and also on the township. She's working together with everyone and just doing her part and helping out the community and working together with the community leaders. And it's been incredible and exciting. And of course, the businesses in Mount Laurel that I went to, the one that really stands out really the most, there are a few that stand out the most, but the business that stands out the most is the pizza shop that's right next to Dinoto Karate, Francesca's Pizza. Pasta and Grill, Gus and Frank, the brothers there, and also their dad. They just embraced us when we decided to move Dinoto Karate into the ShopRite shopping center. They embraced us and they took care of us. And the dad, Gus and Frank's dad, just really like family. We became family, and they helped us. So that pizza and grill, pasta and grill place is just a great place. And there's other businesses that I've been to, that I've had great experiences, and I love it. So anyway, just wanted to let everyone know that I'm proud to be part of Mount Laurel. If you are a small business owner, and you want me to mention you, come by your business and just experience your business, go ahead and send me your website address. You can do it in the comment section or text it to me at 856-278-5282. Now, if you would like to be a guest on here, let me know. I make it so easy. It's very relaxed, and I won't be in a bow tie. It was just for today, for the first one. But I wanted to make sure that everyone is given an opportunity to share what they love about Mount Laurel. And of course, there are surrounding communities. People come from Lumberton, from Hainesport, from surrounding communities. That's Morristown, all that. These are great little areas around here, and I'm loving that. I'm loving the areas that are around here. But I live in Mount Laurel, and I love Mount Laurel. Love where I live. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And this show is really going to be about highlighting what's going on in Mount Laurel, highlighting small businesses, highlighting maybe the community leaders that are making a difference in our community, because we have incredible community leaders that are doing their best. They're on the front line of making sure Mount Laurel, the standards of Mount Laurel stays high, and they're working hard. We don't always agree with each other, but we work together, knowing that we have differences to make sure that Mount Laurel is, the best place to live. And when people come here, we want them to love it. Okay, so anyway, that's what I want to leave you with. Thank you so much. The first episode, I'll be doing this every Thursday at 12 o'clock, and it'll be short, sweet, and hopefully I get some people interviewed on here, small businesses, community leaders. Again, I make it so easy. If you're interested in being a guest here, or you would like to be mentioned here, and it's no cost. I'm doing this because I just love Mount Laurel, and I want to support Mount Laurel and support the leaders and the small businesses in Mount Laurel, and so that we could just, really get the word out of the work that's being done in Mount Laurel and the businesses here. We help each other out. And there's a saying that I know one of my mentors said that John F. Kennedy used, but a lot of people use this, that rising tide lifts all ships, lifts all boats. So when one person's successful, everyone succeeds. And so we help each other become successful. That's great. That's awesome. We all will benefit for that. Okay, so anyway, text me 856-278-5282 and let me know if you want to be a guest, or if you are a small business, text me your website. I'll go to your website and I'll learn more about you. And if you are a brick and mortar business, you have a location, I'll go visit and experience the customer service there. And then if it makes sense, I will share about you and your business. Okay, 856-278-5282. Everyone, you have a great day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy Mount Laurel, and talk to you guys soon. Take care.